What's good, my fantasy warriors? It's the Real AG with the lightning fast fantasy football podcast, and we got the fantasy playoffs kicking off tonight. Bucks versus Falcons, and for those of you out there looking to make that playoff push and perhaps faced with some difficult lineup decisions, we're bringing you another round of Ballers or Stallers playoff edition, noting the guys whose matchups we love in Week 15 that we think will ball out, and those ones that we hate that we think will ultimately stall out your lineup in hopes at championship glory. So getting right into it, the quarterbacks we love this week, we got Matthew Stafford going against the depleted Detroit Lions defense in a revenge game, against his old team. He's been on an absolute tear. So we got Lamar Jackson versus the Bengals. Lamar's coming off his best game since returning to injury. I don't think he's been 100% healthy yet, and he's facing a porous Bengals defense in a quick turnaround rematch. For running backs, we got Travis Etienne Jr. going against the depleted Jets defense, and I think Jacksonville starts to lean more and more on the run as the year goes on. We got Quinshon Judkins going against the Chicago Bears. They're giving up almost 5 yards per carry, so I feel good about his matchup with just his usage alone. And for wide receivers, we got A.J. Brown going against the Raiders. They've continuously been feeding him the ball more. Raiders have a pretty beat up and just bad secondary, so feel good there. We got Scary T going against the New York Giants, who he has historically dominated, and he was wide receiver 6 with Mariota just 2 weeks ago. For tight ends, we got George Kittle going against Tennessee. Don't think we need to say much more about the matchup, but Kittle's been balling with Purdy back. And we got Dalton Kincaid, who I think is fully healthy, Josh Allen's most trusted target in a pivotal AFC East matchup as well. And then for our stallers, the matchups we hate, we don't like Caleb Williams against that Browns defense. I think Myles Garrett's going to give him a bad day. We got Jordan Love, of the same vein, going against the Denver Broncos defense. Rough matchup all around there. We got Jonathan Taylor going against Seattle. Again, another rough matchup, and we don't know who their QB is going to be. And then the flip side of it, I don't love Kenneth Walker going against Indianapolis in that timeshare he's in with Charbonnet. For wide receivers, we don't like McConkey against the Chiefs. Chiefs secondary has been pretty solid. Same reasons we don't like Jonathan Taylor. Michael Pittman against Seattle, just tough without knowing who the QB would be. And then the two tight ends we don't like, Trey McBride against Houston, who has been clamping tight ends all year, and sort of the same vein, Arondé Gatson against Kansas City, who hasn't given up many double-digit points to tight ends. But that wraps up our Ballers or Starlers, ladies and gentlemen. As always, please like the video, comment your thoughts down below, and subscribe to the channel.